Welcome to the glorious Pro Wrestling Podcast, where two nice boys and a dog talk about pro wrestling. I'm Andy. With me is Danny. But Danny, who's that with you there?
Hi, best friend Walter the dog.
Walter looks like me after night one of WrestleMania.
Dude, so that's the thing is Walter actually watched night 1 and night 2. He looked similar.
For both nights.
And yeah, for both nights. Walter does watch a fuck ton of wrestling though when he's here. He's kind of a pacifist, so he doesn't love it. But you know. But he was there for it. He watched WrestleMania. So
hell yeah. What an interesting event that was.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're listening to this, we're gonna talk about WrestleMania. I think the negativity is pretty well covered. I don't want to spend too much.
Wait, what do you mean? I gotta say, I loved night one. I think it was the best WrestleMania to ever happen.
Because the thing of it, it's pretty well covered on the internet. There and continually I'm seeing more and more, and it's valid. I'm not saying it's not.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm not saying it's not.
100%.
It was definitely, yeah. So honestly, man, I thought it started fine. I went back today and I watched night one. Not all of it, but I basically didn't.
An hour out of your day.
Heck. I didn't jump into night one until the Becky Lynch AJ Lee match. Gotcha. So I didn't see the 4-way tag. I didn't see Drew and Jacob, and I didn't see it was a trios match, but it was with the Vision and the Usos. IShowSpeed and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Watching the IShowSpeed and the Vision versus the Usos and LA Knight, it felt like a warm-up for a pay-per-view. And then at the end where he puts Logan Paul through the table, I was like, feels like, yeah, that's a big deal. Feels like a pay-per-view.
The whole ending sequence, like all of that section was like the same amount of time that the match was. So like, why not just incorporate that into the match?
Sure.
Where he turns on them and they align and they beat them. Like, didn't even have to eat a pin if you just lay it out correctly.
Right.
Especially if he's gonna have his like comeuppance, like could have done that. That could have just been the finish to this. But yeah, I mean that was a good pre-show match, which the first two matches felt, and it's not even that like Jacob and Drew, great match. I thought
I agree. Yeah,
I thought it was a good match that you would typically have on a WrestleMania card. But then it's the thing after where it's like, okay, now if you want to watch the rest, hey, subscribe to the ESPN Unlimited, which is $30 a month, and you can come and watch the rest of the card with us. So it's like, okay, so now you're sectioning it off,
right,
as to what is more important.
And that's like how they get a bunch of fucking buys in as well. So like,
which is interesting.
I mean, it's Mania. It makes sense. I'm willing to bet that and the Rumble are like where they sell the most subscriptions. Probably.
100%. I mean,
so
even
like,
if they get a free month, right? You get a free month and then you forget to cancel it.
Yes. I mean, I think that's how all of that shit works.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. And the Drew and Jacob match was awesome. I thought it was awesome. The toolbox thing is like whatever. That's starting to become like a staple, I think, of Drew, where Drew is reminded of the toolbox from the CM Punk Hell in a Cell.
Yep. Yeah.
If commentary is to be believed, and so they brought it back. That's fine, but like I was just like, The whole box, huh?
And it seems like
Triple
that's
H
what they
had a
keep doing with
sledgehammer.
him.
Like there's usually one thing, but that's neither here nor there. I thought the match was awesome.
Yeah. I feel like they keep doing the same thing with Drew where it's like, oh, now it's a no holds barred match. Like that's typically where his matches end up going
Yeah,
to at the end of the feuds.
yeah, and that's fine. It's funny just how like I see Drew as like one of the very few main event guys in that
Hmm.
company, and it's cool. I think it's cool that he put over Jacob. I think it's cool that he loses.
Yeah.
Um, I think I would love to see him win. He did win the title for like a minute right before Mania, and then they gave it to Cody in Portland. Um, but it's interesting seeing him in that time slot because I'm just like, man, he's such a star, and the match was so good, and it was so early, and again, it set the tempo really well. But it's just interesting still seeing him in those spots
Yeah.
and not like coming out after Roman wins is like that's like where I see him. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm. Yeah.
him
Yeah. He's a main event guy.
I see him as a main event guy. Yeah. And I think it's sick that he, you know, again puts over new talent. I think that was the right call too.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, just interesting. Um because it was like essentially a pre-show, essentially a 0 hour. And like being a part of Mania is just being a part of Mania, but um yeah.
I think that, like, a lot of, like you said, a lot of chatter online about the negativities. And part of it is the length of some of these matches.
It was
Um,
yep, they were very short matches and also the fucking ads. The money and this is WWE's problem. The money to entertainment ratio is way off. I think
yeah.
if you really
Yeah.
want to put it in a concise way, that's how I would sum it up. That's how I would try to
Yeah.
sum it up. I would just be like, it's really expensive, and then what you get, the product that you buy, is not worth that money.
Right.
It's like if you get this like really nice hiking backpack, but it like quits on you halfway through your trail,
Hmm.
or it gets like a hole. It's like it's just not worth the money. It just there's there's got to be a better product, and luckily there are.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, yeah, the match times were super duper duper short. The ads were super duper duper long.
It's like
Um,
that should not be happening at Mania. Like I think all matches should be 15 minutes at least,
yeah,
right?
so like,
Like you should have some, like, I'm going to say on average, you're
yes,
going to have some
yeah,
that can be 10, you can with 12s, whatever. But like on average, these matches should be 15 minutes. Give them time to really work the crowd. You're going to have some that are squash matches, but that's why, and I think that's why it worked when we were having one nights, but you had, you know, 10 matches on there or more.
yeah,
And that's just because like you have some that are squash matches, you have some quick stuff, you have some celebrity stuff. And here it's just like, man, the fact that Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer's match was the shortest match of the night. What, like, why? Why?
right. Especially when those are two that can go 20.
For the world, for their championship too, no
Yeah,
less.
and they've proven that they can go that long too. Um, yeah, it was just a very, very odd choice. On the flip side, I would almost say AEW struggles with it because they like every match is extremely long.
Oh, every match is like 30 minutes
Every
long.
match
Yeah.
is like a half hour. They do like 6 hour pay-per-views, but like honestly, dude, that's like what I'm in my head, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
my head, that's kind of the exchange. Like, yes, it's a long night, but like that's the spectacleness of it.
And that should be that should be people's I'm gonna say, like, people should that should be their expectation for WrestleMania. Because when you're looking at, like, a Raw card, SmackDown card, you generally get those 10-minute matches. So
in
it's like,
3
when you're
hours.
looking at WrestleMania and all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, I'm getting the same length match."
And
What is
that
that?
that is kind of the thing, is once that Drew Jacob match ended, it kind of felt like that went into the four-way, right?
Yeah.
And that started to kinda start feeling like television
Yeah. I think you
instead of a
said that
pay.
it was like Raw, like a good a decent episode of Raw, where it's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah. Um,
this could have all fit on an episode of Raw.
right. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. And instead it was like a 4, 3, 3.5, 3:45, 4-hour show.
I saw something
Um,
interesting, like, I saw something interesting about night 1, about how I think they, like, made a statement of something like, "Oh, it's supposed to be underwhelming," right? Like, night 1 is supposed to be underwhelming leading into night 2, and it's like, "Okay,
okay,
well, listen,
okay.
your fans are paying thousands of dollars to go to night 1, probably aren't going to night 2 because they can't afford it, right?
I don't know, but,
And then
like,
that's what you're giving them?"
I get I get that, but also I strongly disagree and dislike that because
I hate that.
it's like WrestleMania, you know what I mean? It's like it's supposed to outdo itself, you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
wrestling cards in and on themselves are supposed to be like this, like it's supposed to be exciting from bottom to top. And each
yeah,
match after it's over, as a fan, you're wondering like, how is the next thing going to be better? Or and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait for the next one because it's a cage match, hardcore match, something
mhm,
completely different, a different championship, a thing that maybe doesn't require a championship, a feud that's been going really well. It's like the way that that's supposed to be put together, and it's fucking hard, and it's an art form to book, right? Like, let's acknowledge that it's fucking hard. However, like, they've managed to do it in the past,
yeah.
and there's bookers on the indies and on television and pay-per-view that are able to do it well. And I get it's just, you never want to be like, we set the bar low so we can jump over it.
Well, it's like, can you imagine the constraint, like, to your point, it's like, sure, and then you're adding on the constraint of all your advertisers. "Hey, you're gonna have to play 2 hours worth of commercials on your 2.5 hours of commercials," and it's like,
That was
"Okay,
pretty punishing.
how do we fit the next 80 minutes into our 7 matches?"
And that was pretty
Like,
punishing and a bummer that that even happens. I don't remember commercials as parts of pay-per-views. I didn't watch a whole lot as a youth because we didn't. I As a youth, I don't think I ever saw. I would only see a pay per view on VHS later, like way later. I
yeah.
don't think I never saw a pay per view live just because we didn't have money for that shit. But also, I just don't remember. I would remember maybe like a quick Snickers one,
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember, like, matches that were sponsored for
a
the most
stack or
part,
two.
and that's it.
Um,
Or an overall, like, there's a game coming out and that's sponsoring the
yeah,
pay-per-view.
yeah. I remember Snickers, maybe Pepsi, stack or two, Slim Jim, obviously. But, it was just, like, thunderfucked into the event. Like,
Yeah.
"This is brought to you by Snickers. Snickers, blah, 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 and also, it's gonna take a big bite, this guy's gonna take a big bite of this guy for this cruiserweight title," and then, like, segues and shit. Um, but, like, I just don't remember fucking having to sit through ads, and I think it's kinda shitty that that's the norm now. Because fucking,
Yeah.
again, AEW is also guilty of this too.
You know, they were
Not
playing the commercials also in the arena? like they do.
What else are they gonna do? I mean, we
They
got that. Okay, I guess I will say this, dude. We got that at SmackDown, so like
yeah,
now I assume, yeah,
it
that's what
happened.
they're
Yeah,
doing.
I didn't think that it was gonna happen, and I mean, in night two, it was made aware that during some entrances they were just playing commercials.
No shit.
Yep. Yep.
Oh shit, dude. That's why I like TV, dude. That's why I like my wrestling on television.
And
Y-
so it's just like, man, like what? Like night one was just it was just a
It
nightmare.
was tough, and the expectation is high for WrestleMania. So you know, so the four way
Yeah, let's get back
was,
to that.
yeah. I mean, I was underwhelmed. I think just the sheer volume of people in there. Paige returned. Paige came back.
Yeah,
Big
that's cool. Good for
big
her.
nostalgia pop. Sure, fine. I don't know why she got lost in AEW, but whatever.
Yeah. She's still I mean, when you look at the roster, I think for she's still decently on her like prime years, you could say.
I
So
think
it's
she's
like,
where she belongs with the Bellas.
yeah, is it though?
Like, yeah, it is for me. I think there's so much. I think there's so much more. Blah, 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 blah. I think there's so many more women who are so much more talented in NXT who deserve bigger shots and more
Yeah.
screen time than Paige.
I saw a
Um,
standby was the Kabuki Warriors for the Bellas, which
and
I
say it.
mean would have been great.
I would have. Yeah, I would have taken that. No problem. But like
And it's
having
almost
returned.
telegraphed because like okay, they bring Paige back and then it's like okay, well she's going to the title, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
not Bailey, not Bailey and
No,
Lyra.
no,
Why? Why would
no,
it be her?
no, and not retain. Yeah, but I mean, the crowd loved it. Returns are a big deal. It was the right time to bring her back. Would I have done something different? Yeah, but of course. Um, but it was still kind of underwhelming, and
Yeah, I
I
mean,
felt like
I
there was lost momentum.
like when they're I'm gonna like when their tag team titles don't mean anything across the men's and the women's division. It doesn't matter who they put it on, right? Like, like sure, it's Paige. It's like okay, cool. It's not like they were doing anything with those tag team championships.
Yeah, I certainly don't think so with the legends. With I thought they were doing more with it with Io and Rhea. I thought they did more with Alexa and Charlotte. Like they were jumping between shows a lot more. They
Hmm.
were like defending them on television a lot. I thought they were doing a good job for a while with them. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of taking their main event stars, which is good. They need a place to go and they're not going for the title. They're kind of taking them and putting them in the tag division to like elevate
Yeah.
the title. And it's like, it kind of worked
So
for
then
me
do that.
for a minute. It worked for me for a minute, but yeah, I would
The
like,
Rhea losing one just felt like, oh, we need somebody for the world title, so she needs to drop it, and then she's gonna
yes,
go after the world title.
yeah. And look how that
It
went.
and look, yeah, and look how that went. But then it's like they don't give the titles any more story, any kind of like
Not really, but I
value
mean,
to them.
but there's no teams. There's no coherent teams. There's just a mess of single stars jam fucked together being like, I guess let's go for the titles. Like I would like some gold, but I'm not involved with any of the singles titles, even though
Mhm.
those mid card, not both mid card, just that women's US title really needs something, anything. But instead, they kind of take them and they go, okay, let's just go ahead and put them. Like, look at Charlotte and Alexa. Like,
Yeah,
still, like coming out to separate theme music. There are no coherent tag teams. You have the Bellas.
yeah.
That is all. You have the Kabuki Warriors. You've got two. If you went back again, you've got Judgment Day, who I think through like all of this in recent time, I think Judgment Day was the best women's tag team
Mhm. Mhm.
because you give Liv anything to go yell on a microphone and she does it in spades.
Yeah.
And I think she gets it over.
Yeah.
So, anyways, like that was underwhelming. What went after that?
Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, your favorite
Gosh,
entrance.
so that's when I started watching. Yeah, one that entrance was like bogus as all get out. Um,
Yeah, that was lip synced to the max.
and
To
like
the
it's
point
not
where
that
he
like
even missed it.
I get that that was more of my thing. Was like you even fucked it up yourself. I don't mind that it was lip synced. Like it probably sounds way. If we look at manias or just
Oh, they've been terrible.
when
Yes.
WWE brings in a band, it's 90% of the time awful. I think Motorhead sounded fine, and I think the one time they brought in whatever Rhea Ripley's band is, Veiled.
Motionless in White.
There you go.
And then last year's CM Punk not living color?
Oh, sure. I don't know if that was
And
even
they were
live though.
good.
I don't even.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
actually
don't know.
don't even know if Motionless in White was live either. Now that I think about it,
I think those might have been because this one just sounded studio clear.
I
Like
mean, it
it just
was it was obviously not live
yeah, I was like that
because
sounds
everybody was fucking everywhere in that band, and they were, and none of it was in sync with the music. That's a little
yeah.
harsh, probably. I'm sure if you go back and watch it, it's not that bad, but it was just
But when
painfully.
the theme song is pretty good, you'd be like, man, why not just give them the chance to play it live? Like,
Yeah,
do
and
it.
I'm not even still really. I haven't really come around to that theme. I don't. To me, it's still like her new theme.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could. It could have been a year, but it's still like it's still
Yeah.
new to me. Also, because of that, I was like, okay, so if AJ Lee's is somehow bigger, her entrance,
Mhm.
but as soon as I saw the band, I was like, Becky's gonna win,
Bands are pretty big.
and that bummed me out
Yeah.
because I was like, damn it, dude! It's like always the biggest entrance is like the tell.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one that disproved that, but if there is, we'll find it in this episode. Um, I so this was when I started watching, and I thought it went by so fast.
It was fast.
I thought it went
And
by
the whole story
so
was with the
fast.
referee.
Yeah, whatever. The commentary was like the referee was like part of the story.
Yeah.
Like there that was part of the angle, and that's totally fine. I don't mind the finish with the exposed turnbuckle. That's super sick. That's fine. That works for me. It definitely doesn't make Becky look. That was the other thing is like when Becky won and it was like emotional again.
Mhm.
How am I supposed to go along with that when she's like the
The
heel?
heel. Yeah.
I thought that wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought that was odd. I was just like, dude, she's the man. She should be like bringing it like up and rubbing it in everybody's face and just like,
Mhm.
fuck you. You like AJ? Like I'm the fucking man. Like, and it was more of like this emotional WrestleMania moment. Am I boring you? Sorry. He just did a big fucking snore, big fuck you snore, because I'm getting excited and he doesn't. Hide your teeth. There you go. Sorry.
It's interesting though because that's the second match that we get some kind of, you know, flaky finish, I would say. And it
You think
was
so?
just like
Would you call it that?
well like the exposed turnbuckle, like all that kind of stuff, like same thing with the first like the
You
four
mean
way with the
you mean it's just not clean?
yeah, not a clean finish. Same thing with like the Bellas and them straight up friggin' using the crutch to essentially win and taking out one of them. And then you get the same thing with Gunther and Seth Rollins. It's like why
which was immediately after this, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Seth had
with the
that
whole Braun
vaped
Breaker
cape.
thing.
Seth has a vape cape, and then Cody would also have a vape cape.
Seth's was cool.
Seth's was vaping way harder.
Yeah.
Um, but right, and yes, and so then that one came on, and I was like, okay, here we go. Seth Rollins is essentially Mr. WrestleMania. I think Roman has main evented more WrestleManias, but I think Seth Rollins overall has been in more. I'm not sure on those stats,
Mhm.
but like Seth's a workhorse. He's basically going to wrestle like the dopest match, probably.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, to your point, it was another return. Braun Breaker
Which is
comes
great.
back, which is good, but causes an interference. I still also never really made the connection of the Vision and Gunther. Like
Yeah.
Gunther's not in it. I get that Braun's got beef with Seth. I mean,
Yeah. I
it.
think this was another one of the better matches for Mania. This was
Yeah,
they despite the story lacking, they definitely did their best to make up for it in ring,
just
and it was great.
wrestle through
And
it,
it was
just
good.
wrestle out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, if it's been a shit build, just wrestle out of it, and that'll work. Um,
Two guys that you're supposed to be like, yeah, they hate each other. Felt it. Be like, yeah, sure,
yeah.
that's pretty hard hitting. It was good. It was I mean, Gunther is fantastic, Seth Rollins too, so
Hmm.
Gunther choked him out.
Choked him out. It's not really like that interference super mattered towards that. Just a way to
But
preserve Seth and then pivot that into a story.
yeah. Yeah.
Because like that's clearly where they want to go with Seth. That's where they got to go to like tie up that whole thing.
Right.
I don't know where Gunther goes after that, but
The world title? I don't know.
no, they might job out Oba to Roman
Oh man,
for that. I don't
maybe.
know. But it was one of the better ones. I
Yeah.
also was watching it and felt like it went by fast. This is before all the match times were totaled up, mind you. And I was just trying to like enjoy it.
Mhm.
I was just like, shit, that felt my sense of time is skewed. Something is
Yeah.
warped with my sense of time because these are like flying by.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm so
Um
used to like I mean, same thing like AEW matches. Like I'm so used to being like, oh, this match is about to start. I'm gonna go grab this. Oh
yeah, you're
shoot, I need
gonna
to do
get
this.
buckled up.
Come back, and then I'm like, okay, it's picking up. Like we're good.
You're gonna
You
get
know.
comfortable.
But then here it's like 3 minutes after that, and it's like, oh, the match is done, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it again, expectations are the killer here. Because if this again was on Raw, like
Be fine.
if it would have been exactly that too, with the interference, with Braun Breaker's return,
You're
that's
like, wow, it's leading up.
you're like, wow, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
are we
that's
gonna get Braun versus Seth at Mania?
and that's
Probably, if he was clear, he probably should have just done that.
and that's what they were. I don't think I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. It obviously wasn't done in enough time because I think even before all this, that's where they were gonna go. But then injury, 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 pivot, pivot, pivot.
Yeah.
But yeah, a 7 minute. If you're saying if you have a match on Mania and you're like, if that would have went exactly as it would have, I would have not been surprised if that was on Raw. I think that's a tell that something's under delivering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no offense,
Which
but
is
like Raw is not that good. It's not that good. That's what I meant to
yeah.
say. Raw is not that good.
Right.
It shouldn't be as good as Mania.
It's at this point, some of them might be.
which I think is where you're getting all this outrage is just because like it was a terrible Super Bowl game. And sometimes the Super Bowl sucks too, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
just
Yeah.
but the Super Bowl is not as coordinated. Don't get me started on football. And being predetermined and all
Yeah.
that because I have my own thoughts and feelings about that. But when you have control, more control, yeah. I think everybody just had bigger expectations.
And and I don't blame people for it when it's Mania. I don't blame
No,
people.
you're supposed to have big
Yeah.
expectations. It's
It's like,
supposed to be
oh
fun.
yeah.
Um,
Lives but care, I think, was again felt it just felt like there was so much more potential with that one.
so
Um,
fast.
her entrance, Vaquer's entrance was dope though. I like that.
I thought Livs was bigger, and that's also where I was like, she's gonna win.
Yeah, and she
Which is
does.
fine, which is okay. Liv's a really good fucking champion.
Yeah. No,
And
it's not bad. I think it's when they haven't really given much to
nope,
Stephanie Vaquer.
nope, nope.
So
No, they have
it's
not.
not that surprising that this happened.
Nope.
Um Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. Another convoluted one.
Sure, on the way, when they got rid, I feel like they redeemed themselves mostly very quickly. Um, once they got Pat McAfee out, once they got Jelly Roll out with a table spot, they roll Pat
Mm-hmm.
McAfee out. Then you're left with just Randy and Cody, and that's all anybody ever wanted.
Yeah.
And so when we got there, I was like, "Oh wow, they really like redeemed themselves a little bit there." Like because now we're here. Now this is now not convoluted. They have
Right.
taken out
Yeah, yeah.
the thing, and really quickly, day of, you manage to pique my interest back because this is all I want to see is a wrestling match between these two guys without
Mm-hmm.
all the fucking shit, right? So
Yep.
because they were able to do that, I was like, "That's very cool. Thank you." And I am now interested. Um, Cody bled. No, Randy bled first.
Randy bled first, yeah.
Yeah. Um, which if you haven't watched our last episode, we have a segment called "Who'll Be Bleeding at Mania," um, where we predicted who would be bleeding at Mania.
And
Yeah.
oh, how
So
wrong we were.
yeah, we were super wrong. um,
I don't think there
even
was
on
enough
this one,
time
we
for
were
these
super
matches
wrong.
for them to start bleeding.
It's probably a bad game to play. But you're welcome to play it amongst your friends for free. Uh, so yeah, this was okay. This was fine.
Yeah, I think the biggest like question mark to me was the Pat McAfee comes out back. He comes
He comes back.
back with a slow count.
Yeah.
Why are you counting slow?
Well, to be fair, kayfabe, he's really fucked up.
He slid in the ring.
I stand by what I said.
He ran down the ramp, slid in the ring,
But it was a slow count, no matter what.
but it was a slow count. Um, and then Randy Orton RKO's him, and
Yeah.
so now I'm like, okay, we're cheering for Randy now. Now Randy, is this the face turn for him? And it's like, no, he just got rid of
Y-
Pat
Yeah.
McAfee again.
No, Randy has no alliances. Randy has no big stretch. Randy
Seemed
has
like it was a
no,
big alliance here for him.
yeah, but no, he'll do it. I mean, and I don't think this is crazy. That's always been Randy's MO is always just like Stone Cold. He's just like
Sure,
Stone Cold. He's like
yeah,
if you cheers with Stone Cold, he's gonna give you a
you're still
stunner.
gonna get
But
yeah,
no one is safe from that. Everybody gets a stunner. Like
that's fair.
the
Yeah,
RKO, I think is the exact same, if not
right,
more. And I think
right.
that's why Randy's like kind of always dangerous when he's a face, is because everybody's waiting for that
Mhm,
to
mhm.
happen when they have to team with him, when they have to like work with him. and he's like seemingly normal. It's just because he's snapped all the time and he throws an RKO at fucking anybody in reach.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's done it on accident and he goes like, "Oh,
That's true.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Duh, you were just around, you know." He
You're
RKO's
just talking
anything.
too much.
Like, of course he fucking RKO's Pat McAfee. If
Yeah.
you really want to go kayfabe too, he's like in the shark bloodlust, like
That's true. Yeah.
frenzied mentality. Like, this is just what Randy Orton fucking does, and that's why Randy
Yeah.
Orton's fucking cool.
After the count too, yeah, that makes sense. Angry, fuck
Yeah.
you. You didn't do this for me, so now you're
No,
out.
you didn't pull through anything on your end.
No, he did not.
So, I mean, that was
Which is
just
kind of funny because it's just like the part of the stipulation was Pat McAfee would be leaving wrestling or the WWE if Randy Orton loses. So you would think that he would do anything he can to make sure that he
Randy
walks
Orton doesn't give a
away
fuck about
with the
Pat McAfee.
title. No, well, I mean, like, but Pat McAfee should give a fuck about what's happening,
Oh, right. You think
right?
he would like fast count and cheat his ass off.
Yeah, yeah,
But also but also and this is kind of serious for the kayfabe factor, like, does Pat McAfee care about staying or leaving in wrestling? Like, think about the way he's been talking about
yeah.
everything.
Probably
Like,
not.
that character even that he's playing, like, Pat McAfee, the man, probably wants to stay in wrestling. It seems like he's a fan and has been for a long time. And he's worked really
Yeah,
well in the company. Pat McAfee, the character that we've been seeing, I don't think even likes wrestling. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah,
And
yeah,
to an extent is very much a representative of like TKO, which is like sometimes as a fan, you're like, nobody hates wrestling more. They say nobody hates wrestling more than wrestling fans. Like nobody hates wrestling more than TKO sometimes, man. Like
yeah.
it's so odd. So yeah, I mean, also like, does the Pat McAfee character even care about not being allowed to wrestling? I mean, and I think we'll see him tonight. It is Monday, by the way. Um,
It
at
is
the time of
Monday.
this recording.
Yeah,
I don't I doubt I don't we'll see. I don't know.
yeah. I
I
think
don't know.
it's interesting stuff for sure, and it seems like this Cody Rhodes Randy Orton thing is gonna keep going probably till Backlash
Yeah,
because
because
we
that's
get
Backlash,
that
baby.
finish.
Backlash is always around the corner, and Backlash is always just a rerun. And
And it's
sometimes,
just
sometimes it's okay because they can correct mistakes, but mostly you kind of want to see some different shit.
yeah, and I think that's another thing where it's just like I don't want to. I would expect that out of a Raw after Mania, right? Like, oh, they're gonna keep it going, but at the time of Mania, you kind of want just like the end, like this is
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
end.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's not till the next night where it's like, okay, now Randy attacks him, leaves him bloody in there, and they're running it back. It's Pat McAfee's fault. They're running it back at Backlash. He's gonna get one more chance, but
And he's like,
we
"This is
get
what you
that.
guys wanted to see anyway, right? This is what you wanted to see.
Yeah,
You
but
wanted
we
me to
get that.
destroy your hero, Cody Rhodes. You wanted me alone to just and the voices are telling me to blah blah blah." Yeah, you can hear the
Yeah,
promo. You know what I
yeah, and
mean?
we get it. We get it at the end of Mania where it's leaving him bloody on there, which is left him pretty gnarly. If you saw his eye, did you see his
Yeah,
eye?
yeah.
Holy shit, dude! He
And
like
I
a
was cool with all that.
boxer.
I even liked all that at the end of Mania though.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, cool. This is
I
because if they
popped for the
just left
punt.
it
Yeah,
there and then Randy went away, like, what is that? Like, so that was cool.
the punt was cool. I
The
popped
punt
for
was
that.
cool. We finally got it.
Yeah.
Teasing it for years.
All right. Let's
He hesitates. But overall, like, yeah, it was a very weird experience. I wouldn't even say it was bad until kind of it had all digested.
Mhm.
It was just so weird feeling of just like a lot of those matches were like, man, that was it, huh?
Well, it was funny because you were messaging me and you were like a little bit ahead at that point, and I was just skipping through commercials, and I caught up, and I was like,
Right,
"What?
that's right. Yeah.
How's that?" I don't. This okay, cool.
Mhm.
Um, let's go into night 2, but let's take a quick break
Sure,
and
yeah,
be
we'll take
right
a quick
back.
break.
And we're back. Whew. I had to digest night 1 again, so
Yeah, it was really the bummer, the outside influence that came at me with that the next morning where it was like, yeah, each match was like 7 to 4 minutes. The ad time was like a third of the whole show.
yeah, yeah.
And then that really just pushed me over the line of like, yeah, that really didn't feel good.
It's also funny that
Um,
the ringside, like, camera facing ads, the main ad in the middle was bigger than even like the WrestleMania like logo,
I didn't notice that,
like
but
on the curtain, the LED curtain. And I
I
was
didn't
like,
notice,
that's not cool. That's not cool at all.
but I believe you.
Um,
Yeah, I believe it.
but let's talk night 2 because this one was way fucking better.
Ah, dude, night and day. I mean, yeah, and I caught the whole night, I believe from top to bottom. Um, we started with, well, hang on now.
John Cena.
Well, yeah, John Cena was the host. And that's the thing is like, do I don't think wrestling events need a host. I don't
I
I
don't
got
mind him.
feelings about that, I guess.
I don't mind him.
I just it's a waste of time and get to the wrestling and
Okay,
there
but
are
is it a waste
plenty
of
that
time?
start
Is it
off
a
and
waste of time
just
because it
wrestle.
actually is a waste of time, or is it a waste of time because you've also sat through a bunch of ads?
I think it's a waste of time just because it's a waste of time. Even when they would have like the New Day host things, it was just like, what is this? Like, what are we doing?
Mhm.
Like I didn't enjoy that. Christ, they had Hogan do one once, and that was
The Superdome?
I just don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it, and I just don't like it. I do like sometimes it works, especially if there's a cool celebrity, but like they don't need to do it doesn't it just doesn't it's not my thing.
Yeah, I think to me it's fine, and especially if they're kicking it off. Honestly, glad I didn't have to see Triple H. So, the fact that it was John Cena, I didn't mind it. Have him kick off the night, both nights, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything else that's needed besides that, but just like the introduction, I think they always do it, and so, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, this night and day, this felt like WrestleMania.
Hey, you know what we forgot about night 1 too was Bianca Belair is pregnant.
Was that on night 1?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Um, yeah, cool.
Bianca Belair is pregnant.
Congrats to her, that's why she hasn't been around.
And that I'm glad they did that because I have been wondering.
Yeah,
So,
they did it for you.
yeah. Anyways, I was just like speaking to John Cena, right, they did the whole birth angle. It's not an angle, it was just an
The
announcement.
birth angle.
They're doing this whole birth
This
angle
is
with
your child. What?
birth angle with Kurt Angle. Okay, anyway, yeah,
What
night
did I
2.
message you? It's gonna be a hand. That's why they have her out there.
Right. Um, night 2.
Night 2. Yeah, I mean, Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, everything that it needed to
Yeah.
be.
This was everything it should have been, and then Brock retires at the end.
That was surprising. That was
That was surprising, but like very, very welcome.
mhm,
Almost, I would dare say, refreshing.
refre very refreshing.
Like, fuck
Yes.
off finally. Like,
and I think this is how it okay, like, I think this is
Yep.
how it
No,
should
you're
be,
going. Yep, you're going there. Yeah,
right?
go.
Because he has been doing this for so long,
So long.
and it doesn't need to be, "Oh, it's his last match. Now
Doesn't
he's
have to
finally
be.
gonna have his last match."
Doesn't
Hey,
have to be.
sometimes when you lose,
You're done.
he lost to Obafemi, who you could say is his next, you know,
Is heir an
his
heir
heir
to the.
to the
Yeah,
WWE, and so losing to him, what else is he gonna do? "No, I'm done. They're
yeah.
in good hands."
The aura has transferred.
Yeah,
Like
he did
we're
what he needed to do. If
yes,
anything, him retiring in that moment and saying, like, he's done, gives Obafemi a the, like, look and the aura of what is c like, what is gonna come next.
that's
Because
right, and that's a great feeling to finally have with the WWE of another generation finally, because it's felt for a very long time like they just don't fucking do that.
yeah, not everybody
Um,
needs a retirement match that's plastered on every poster.
and maybe 6 years after the fact that after 6 years of being, like, hammered into our eyeballs,
Mhm.
like, after the fact, then they're like, "Alright, let's go ahead and retire him."
Yeah. Who's it gonna be? Gunther?
Right. And the fact that it wasn't is great,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Everybody was just like,
even
"Gunther
more
will retire Brock.
surprising.
Gunther will retire Ray. Gunther will retire Chris Jericho." No, they did the right thing here, and
Yeah,
that was dope.
yeah,
And immediately that gets you back and gets you invested.
yeah, and I think it would like, it kicked off as soon as it started, I was like, "Oh, this is a Mania match. This is exactly what it needs to be." This is
Agreed.
like it was super, like, big dudes, hard hitting, using the ring post, like, everything was just good. I mean, Obafemi sells really well, so it,
Yep.
like,
And you
helps.
don't see him do it a whole lot too because he is that kind of Brock character. So like
You know,
that is cool that he does it.
freaking
Brock sold for him great
yeah.
all the way up into this. The build for this was good too.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it had probably one of the strongest builds because Obafemi, his, promos have just been pretty much carrying this
Yeah.
whole thing, and
Brock has
so
also reacted great though when he gets picked up by him
yeah,
through the weeks building up to this.
yeah.
So
I think he's
yeah,
going after the title.
I think so too.
I think he's getting a title match.
But I think it's the Raw title. Is that what you think? Do you think, or do you think it's Cody?
It's not gonna no, I think it's gonna be the,
Roman, right?
yep, 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 yep.
Um, yes, I think so too. I don't think he'll win it though. Do you think Roman will? Do you think he'll retire Roman? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Be wild.
I would love that.
I think it's gonna be a SummerSlam
It was
thing.
yeah, I was just gonna say if it was SummerSlam and it wasn't like Roman's last match and it wasn't anything like that, and Roman fucking takes it and is
Yeah,
like, you know what, I'm not the tribal chief anymore. I can't hang
yeah,
with this new crowd. And we've built a new crowd out of like Trick Williams as well, and Carmelo Hayes, and sure, Danhausen and Kit Williams,
yeah,
and you transfer, oh gosh, what do they call it? The Heat?
yeah.
No, the Heat's something
The
bad, but
heat,
like essentially you
the
fucking
aura.
give them the rub
Yeah, yeah.
and get them
Ladder
over
match.
into the next thing. Yeah. Ladder match. This was a good ladder match. This is fine.
Yeah, this was good. Um, this is the one where I was saying earlier that Dragon Lee, Rusev, and JD didn't get entrances. It kicks off, like it starts, you get a commercial, and then it starts, and then you're like, they're already in the ring. They
Yeah.
don't even give them a WrestleMania
Do you think they
entrance.
got him in the arena and we just didn't get him on TV?
Well, that's what I was saying. I think they were playing commercials during that time. So they just straight up walked out.
Interesting.
Yeah, which
Huh.
sucks. That sucks.
I mean, it's Mania. Yeah, like half of Mania is the entrances,
Yeah.
and we're okay with that.
It's like maybe because it was already they were already giving Penta, Ray, Javon Evans, they all three get entrances. Um but yeah, this was a good ladder match. I like Dragon Lee looked awesome. Dragon Lee had a lot to
I
do
think
in
they
this
all looked
match.
pretty awesome. There wasn't a whole lot of Rusev.
No.
There
There was a
was a lot
moment
of
where he like tweaked his ankle and I was like, ooh.
yeah. Was that
And then he was kind
yeah?
of like out, but then came back. So I was like, oh, precaution maybe. Rey Mysterio's entrance with the pop up, hell fucking yeah.
And I think everybody kind of showed out in the limited amount of time, and that's what was kind of nice is that that played into the ladder match's favor as much as we bitch about short match times.
Yeah.
Like because it was so short, they had to like really cram all the spots in.
Yeah, there was a few where it was like, I think Javon Evans like dove out in outside and then instantly was like in the other corner and I'm like, what is happening?
Right, yeah. Um
Someone
they
tosses
they
him
really
out
had to
and then
get it.
he's like,
They had places
clothesline
to
up the
get.
ladder. Like
They
what?
had to like get places and they had to like get up on the ladder and then like get off it
Yeah. Were you
and then like
surprised with
get it.
Penta retaining?
No, I guess not, but like I am always and I've expressed this before, I am always just confused as to like, well then why did we have so many guys? Like didn't we put so many guys in there so we could like protect the champion and like swap it?
Mm-hmm.
And then that person could do a one-on-one with Penta and then we can go whatever way we want to.
Yeah. I think that
And
from the crowd, I think people really wanted Javon Evans. Javon Evans was, I mean, he's over. So
right.
any little moment that he was to like almost reach for that title was a big pop for people. And in the same way, like I really appreciated Dragon Lee every time he was going up the ladder fast. Like he was going for
Yeah.
it. It wasn't
Mhm.
like one of those like I'm gonna go slow and see
Yeah,
who
it's like
comes
how
to
I do my
get
gutters
me.
these days is like, I can't
He
reach it.
was just like, no, I'm going,
I can't reach it.
which I appreciated a lot because I was like, wow, you don't really see that, you know.
No, it's usually the slowest, so you give people time
Yeah,
to
10 minutes in, and he's like, and like, whoa, sick.
yeah.
He might
You're
do
like
this.
you're selling that you're gassed. You're giving the other talent time to get set up for the next spot.
Hmm.
It's really like annoying as a viewer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like where when you're just like, dude, climb the fucking ladder. Like
They do 3 steps and then they're reaching for it, and it's like, come on,
every time, when have
you
you
know,
ever
you're
been
not
able to
gonna
reach
get
it in
it from
3
there.
steps? Yeah. Oh, I'm so gassed. I'm so disoriented.
The Mexican destroyer into the from the ladders
Oh my
was
god, yeah,
sick.
that was crazy. That was sketch. Because I don't know how you're supposed to land that.
Yeah, that was
But that was
yeah.
good.
They had good rotation on that.
No. We'll do it after. He's begging for a goddamn walk and it's understandable. He's been very patient, but
Mm.
yeah, nice. I like when he's concedes. Anyways, sorry. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Penta
Yeah.
got this one, so great match. Uh, Trick Williams and Sami Zayn with Lil Yachty, you know,
Lil Yachty.
who I thought was gonna start, rapping and getting an entrance for Trick, but he was just like a hype man out there.
Right, yeah. And that was chill. Uh Trick Williams's entrance. Um with the big ass long
long
jacket,
long coat.
his long coat.
His
Um,
entrance was funny to me because he like started front facing and did a full like rotation. I almost felt like he should have been back facing, rotate to the front.
I can't remember how he usually does it now that you bring it up, but that's his thing is like
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's back to front,
I
but
think the
it was
first
like
time he did that entrance was in Portland.
it was a 180 though. I think it
Yeah.
was a 180 instead of a full 360.
Yeah, and so
Or
it was just funny because it was so slow, and the camera was already front, and he was already like, and so he just had to like slowly look at the cameras. He turning away.
right, yeah.
I was like, oh,
Um
interesting.
this was okay. Um and I was happy with the result.
Yeah, you were.
Um and I'm hoping that they really start highlighting that belt and really start going for investment in that division.
Mhm.
It would be really cool if they did that.
Yeah,
I think Trick Williams, I think we've been saying it since NXT. I think he's eventually a world champion guy. I think he's gonna do great shit for the US title.
yeah. I was like pleasantly surprised of how well this
Yeah.
went. And I think that only played into the fact that night two was just like so much better because it's like three
Yeah,
matches in, and you're
immediately
like, whoa, okay, this is
you were
good shit.
getting hammered with ads, but like the matches were night and day.
Yeah. No,
They
these
were
all got more time for sure.
Yeah. I mean, even if they were short, just like it felt like the caliber of wrestling was
Yeah. Oh, but
starting to
Brock
hit
was like
hit its
5 minutes,
stride.
so it's like, but it
The energy just
felt,
felt different. Yeah, it was all just fucking different.
yeah. Um, so yeah, surprise. Trick Williams is the new US champion, so that's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Finn Balor and Dominic, they made this one a street fight because you
Yep.
need more stipulations.
Sure.
Um,
Um yeah, I thought that was odd, but also like it's Finn Balor, like I didn't really care. I
yeah,
was just like, "Oh, okay.
that's
Sure,
what we're
whatever.
getting.
Sure, whatever." Yeah,
Yeah,
like sure, whatever.
they should have done a
Um
coffin match.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Let's just, you know, and yeah, he fucking won. Has he
yeah.
ever won at Mania? Like, my God, dude. Like,
Unfortunate that it wasn't for a title, like
I
any
mean,
title.
that's the only way Finn is gonna win
That sucks,
at a pay per
dude.
view, dude. Yeah, but you know it.
That
It's
sucks.
it's the only way. I mean, he won the Universal title when he fucked up his shoulder.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if the? I mean, obviously this doesn't happen, but they're like months in the past, and they tell Finn, "Hey, it's gonna be you and Dom at WrestleMania." Oh, sick for the Intercontinental. No, actually, we're actually putting the Intercontinental on Penta, and you guys are
Yeah,
just gonna have a
no, you guys
match.
are just gonna have a blowout match. It's gonna
It's
be
like,
super sketchy because we're gonna make it a no DQ.
yeah.
It's gonna be a street fight. Like it'll be really intense. You're gonna get flashbacks about fucking your shoulder up again. But
Oh
this time,
man,
at least, it won't be for a title.
yeah. Right. We got to see how you come out after that.
Yeah, we'll see
That
how you get over with the demon
yeah.
thing. That is always over and always has been. That we shelved for
Yeah. For who
who
knows
knows
what
how long.
reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
the Dominic entrance was really cool.
the
I like that.
luchador,
Yeah, there was a bunch of
the luchador
luchadors
army,
from like the West Coast, like LA, Las Vegas area. Sonico was there. He was one of them.
sick.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Chris Nasty was also one of them.
Oh no shit! Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Who else has been up here? There's a few.
Um,
There was a bunch. There was
yeah,
a bunch of um uh Gravity was also one of them. There was like a few.
interesting.
Yeah. So like they
He's
all had it was cool because they all wore like their typical ring pants, right?
but the mask
But the
was
mask everyone was wearing like the
yep.
Dominic mask, which is cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and the match was cool too.
Yeah.
The match felt correct, and I think the right call was made. Yep. big entrances. Yeah.
Yeah, Finn's too. The confetti was cool, or like the streamers kind of
Yeah.
looked like blood falling. Um, Rhea versus Jade.
Sick.
This was also sick.
This is
Um,
very fucking sick. Yeah.
yeah, it's funny because this is like the match that after the entrances and it was like starting, I fell asleep. Okay, I fell asleep, but I went
During
back
during
during it.
Rhea and Jade?
Yeah, but I
Oh
went
wow.
back and I watched it because I was like, okay, I'm going back. I didn't do it on purpose. So I went back and watched it and I was like, oh shit, this was really good. This was actually pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was everything it should have been. I thought Jade looked really great
Yeah.
in it too. As we were talking leading up to this, we were like, well, Rio's gonna carry her. Rio's gonna carry her through the match no matter
And
what.
it was not really
And
like that.
and no, it wasn't. It was fantastic. I was minorly bothered by like the mention BFAB stuff and
Yeah.
was like, oh fuck, if this is how they're gonna end it, um, that's gonna be a bummer. They busted out Io Sky, who was, and all these three were part of the build. So then it's like, okay, here comes Io. Io cleared him up. It didn't take very long, and then they all kind of fucked off, and
Mhm.
then they kept wrestling, and
Mhm.
it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was better than fine. It was good. But that
Yeah,
was
it
the
was
one
better than
moment
fun.
where I was like, don't fucking pull this bullshit with
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't do this to us.
yeah, don't do this to this
Yeah.
either. Don't do this to the talent either. Like have a clean finish.
Yeah. And it
Um,
was. And I think the
dude, it was so sick. They did the one winged angel, which was kind of funny, and like a
yeah.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like fuck you. Um, I think because they're they're taking a very protected move and having people kick out of it,
Sure. Yeah.
and I think that that's kind of shitty. But the ending segment where she's up for Jaded and goes up and under for the pump handle for the rip. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was a
It
six
takes
set.
two to
Yeah.
tango, and that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
It was executed perfectly. And I think it's cool because it's like um this match, like to your point, like we were saying, Rio's gonna carry Jade. I think the biggest thing was not that Jade was carrying it, but Jade dominated most of the match, where
Mhm.
Rhea was kind of like on the rebound of these moves.
Right,
And
and
so
then
that was kind of
outnumbered.
different.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that that was a good element to it.
I,
Um, yeah. Aside from them just both being extremely capable powerhouses,
yeah,
like
yeah. And Rhea
that was
taking the win, so now new women's champion.
and I think that was also the right move. And I think that was also the move to go with.
Yeah,
Um, whether they run it back or not at Backlash, that's totally fine. I hope there's a stipulation to it, so then you can kind of have all that.
you think they will run it back?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what else you're gonna do with Jade. I
Yeah.
would put Minchin and BFAB immediately into the tag titles,
Oh, 100%.
and I would
Yeah,
put Jade after Rhea. And yeah, I think they have more in them, especially because it wasn't the longest fucking match.
right.
I think there's more to be done there.
Yeah.
He is getting
Main
so neat.
event: Roman Reigns defeating CM Punk.
CM Punk, you
Oof,
got him.
got him.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that happening.
Yeah, you thought CM Punk was gonna do it.
I thought CM Punk was going to do it.
Yeah, which is fair. I think it could have gone either way. I was surprised that it was Roman Reigns, and it's kind of funny like that I told you that it was, it takes CM Punk for people to want Roman Reigns to be champion again.
I think, yeah. And, I thought about you saying that. And I think we know it's not going to be the same as whatever you're going to want to whatever history will remember that 3 years as.
Right. Yeah.
I I I think we all know it's not going to be that again.
It's like, remember
Um,
he was champion for 3 years? It's like, yeah, you reminded me and now I hate this.
right, and I don't think anybody thinks it's going to be like that again. And I
I
think
hope
that's why
not.
it's okay. And I think also we haven't seen him with that belt.
Yeah.
I
Which
think
is
it's a little
also a
bit of a
surprise.
it's also a little different flavor there.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, because like I was like, yeah, you're kind of right, but I was like, it's just that was like that was just a one time thing.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody sees him doing that, holding it hostage. Part time, maybe, but I'm almost apt to think he's gonna lose it sooner than anybody thinks.
Tonight?
Is
Could you
he
imagine
fighting
that?
tonight? Yeah,
Or
I mean,
or
and goes on
Friday.
Ova.
Friday.
Like, how would you get headlines away from AEW? You would do that.
Yeah.
Just like you fucking did with Darby. Just like they fucking did with Darby.
That's
You
true.
would do it with your rising star Oba. Darby didn't even have that much fucking momentum going into that match.
No.
Oba's got way more,
All the momentum right
all
now.
the momentum. He just retired Brock Lesnar for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
I
imagine
mean,
if you
that's
did
true.
that.
Oba should be the one going in and being like, I want this match now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, basically everybody will be like, oh, they just did AEW did, but like, WWE's
No,
fan
but
base
okay.
has no
Okay,
fucking clue.
let's talk about that AEW thing, because my biggest issue with it is the fact that they then did it for the main event and it was still a squash.
Yeah.
They should have just done it from the beginning. Open the show with it. Like, don't give MJF what he wants, which is more time. It obviously didn't even matter. Like, Darby should have won it then and there in the opening 10 minutes of that show, right?
I I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Interesting.
I think it's your world title. I think it's a main event thing. I think that's kind of like the baseline of where a lot of us function.
I get that, but it's
I,
like,
I
it's
understand your argument, but
the
like
fact that it was a squash, just like, why are you holding off till end of the show if it's going to be a squash either way?
I because it's shocking, because it's surprising. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um I thought it was fine. I just don't like the guy who won it.
Yeah,
Everything else considered, I think it was
it's fine.
yeah, that's like I think it did exactly what it needed to do, which was
Yeah.
like shock the world, make you want to tune into this wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
It was also Everett, Washington, his hometown. So you got Darby here. So this is Darby.
That's
And he
Darby.
goes to his and he goes to his hometown. He says, "Hey, I want a shot at the title now." And then you give it to him, and the guy wins the belt. And I think that's how you do it. Whether it's the main event or the beginning, again, like if it's the heavyweight champion, the world title, I think it's your main event.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Also,
I understand that.
yeah, and also just for the episode to have those stakes.
Yeah.
Dude, if you won it at the beginning, nothing's following that. Sorry, dude. Like your main event that night, I'm gone. I'm in my car. I already saw Darby beat MJF for
I
the
mean,
world
yeah, but
title.
it's just as
There's no main
shocking.
event you're gonna show me.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of why.
Yeah.
But I get your point. I do get your point because it is a squash, but yeah. Back to Mania.
Back to Mania. Just for a little
Um
diversion.
I'm
See,
glad
we
Roman
get
Reigns
angry about both of them, okay?
it's criticism, I guess.
Yeah,
It's criticism from just fans.
sure.
Which take it or leave it. Take it with a grain of salt. Definitely take it with a grain of salt.
And you know what else grinds my gears? The fact that they didn't give CM Punk the full AFI entrance.
Yeah, no.
Like
Fill two intros.
they
Fill
really can't just be different. and
Philip
do
Toothy.
something else. They need the Cult of Personality, and they need everybody singing Cult of Personality on his way out, because
Right.
that's what they want from the fans. And they can't give people something a little bit different.
Do you think give me a percentage number? I'll ask you this question and answer with a percentage number. What percentage of fans in that stadium would have gotten excited for the AFI theme?
10 to 15%.
Okay, so you understand why.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. But like that, and that's what I mean. Like, they have the song now and the entrance in their new WWE game, so it's part of it. He's
That's
done it
interesting.
with AEW. This was your chance to one up that, and yet it's probably something he probably would have wanted. You know, he probably would have
I
been
was
okay with doing it.
That
He
was
would have
going to be
loved
my
it.
second question is, do you think it was his call to not?
Probably not. He probably wanted it. He probably wanted it.
I don't know,
I mean,
man.
I don't know, obviously,
I
but
don't know,
I
man.
would
He's
probably
telling you.
guess that he probably would have wanted it.
He's like, what if he's like, I'm losing, so no. I only
Yeah,
play it when I win.
maybe.
Or what if he was just, I don't know. He's
Yeah.
selling ESPN subscriptions, dog. He's not. How much? Yeah. I feel like sometimes they've swapped him. I feel like the guy who left AEW got like kidnapped and like DNA like cloned, and the guy that debuted at SummerSlam was not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like don't just sometimes just kind of sit alone in a room and think of this stuff.
All the time.
Anyways, night 2 was great.
Yeah, night 2 was fantastic in comparison.
Night 2 was much more, and it sent everybody happy. I don't think you need to set the bar low with night 1. I think you can have.
No.
I mean, I would rather you just go back to one night, man.
I would much rather that too, because I think it would have made a lot more sense, and I think you could have built this card. If you had the rest of the other card staggered into this, I think it would have been pretty freaking good. I think it
Yeah.
would have been pretty freaking good. Because then you just give a little bit more time to some of these other ones, you know? I think it just proves like we don't need 2 nights. We don't need 2 nights of SummerSlam. We don't need 2 nights of WrestleMania. We don't need 2 nights of pay-per-views or PLEs. We
They
don't.
kind of just keep adding hours to SmackDown and Raw and days to the pay-per-views for ads.
Yeah, which no.
Which I know, but like that's like the world we live in, and that's like
Yeah.
a sign
Well,
of the shit.
overall, what would you say? WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going down as like the worst in history. I see a lot of headlines, you know.
Count it as the 2 together.
Yeah. You know, I'm still just it still wasn't. We're talking about WrestleMania, and I think that's just the biggest problem is like it still just wasn't that amazing and that great. Even if you look at last year where it was like, what is this? Bloodline rules.
Yeah.
Or if you look at 40, right? That's what I mean. Like you're just like, what is this? And the payoff was just like everybody walked away just like that was crazy. That might be all said and done, like with the main event and everything, like that might be the one of the greater manias.
Yeah.
You know, it still had a feeling despite all this kind of weirdness going on in the build and the night 1 and the night 2. This was very much way under that type of feel. And I would say also because Dynasty was so close, it was way under Dynasty.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. That's really all I got to say on that. It wasn't terrible, obviously. Could it have been better? Yeah. Can
Yeah.
it always be better? Yeah, we're wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the nature of the beast. But yeah, what do you think?
I really appreciated night 2. Night 1 was just so
It's
nothing.
hard. It was
So
hard.
nothing.
That
Like,
was that was a weird
even with the
feeling.
2 matches that I was like, "Oh, those were really good matches," it just didn't overall, the first night was just kinda meh. Um, I would probably give it a meh, overall, probably like a 5, 5 and or
Yeah, like, if
6.
you haven't watched it, I don't know if you will. I think if you tune into Raw and watch the video package, you'll be
You're gonna
much
get
better
everything
off.
you need.
You're gonna get everything you need. You'll be way better off than, like, the time spent.
Yeah. And I think yeah, I think that's just how it is. So I think, yeah, just overall meh. I think but night 2, good shit. Good shit,
Sure.
night 2.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to follow us at Pacific Wrestling Network on Instagram, YouTube, where you can now see Danny and you can see Walter right now somewhere.
He's
Um,
fucking I really gotta take him for a walk. He must have to
yeah,
poop.
do your thing. So thank you all so much for listening. We will be at AEW on Wednesday.
Yep.
Don't forget about
April
that, Danny.
22nd at the or at the Veterans.
At not the moto, but we will be there. So that should be a lot of fun. And so follow us at Pacific Wrestling Network. Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania for what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Because if you enjoyed it, fantastic.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry to yuck your yum, but
thank you also for listening, and don't forget
be glorious.